Welcome back everyone, this is KSB for another casual review, and today we'll be looking at the newly released S.H.Figuarts BERSERK Guts, the Band of the Hawk version. So as you can see, this is pretty much initially the figure, slightly posed, with all the accessories and stuff like that. So initially, this figure is phenomenal, to be honest, compared to all the rest of them. The quality control on this one is leaps and bounds ahead of the first few releases of the line. It gets me really excited to think that if they take this approach going forward and maybe like do a Black Swordsman variant of Guts, basically use this exact version, just turn him into the Black Swordsman. So for accessories, this Guts does come with a wide variety of faces. So we do have extra faceplates for him screaming in full berserker mode, and one with a little bit of a smirk. We then have more faceplates for the secondary head, which is the helmeted head. One with a neutral face and one with a glaring, angry face. We also have extra sets of hands, so comes in the box with the two flat open palms. It then comes with two sword holding hands for each hand, two fisted hands, and two sort of grabbing open palm hands. It also comes with a little knife that goes into the holster, and obviously his cape and sword. So moving on to the articulation. As you can see the figure here, just remove the sword, which sheaths very nicely. It's a really easy in and out process, smooth, slick, nice. And to remove the cape, you have to remove the head. So the cape is just held in place by the sort of force of the head being there. And it works quite well, to be fair, all things considered. So quickly going over the articulation, and I'll sort of show you something as well as you watch it with the shoulder. But we go up and pop. So this one on mine pops off a couple times, but as you can see there is a ball joint there, and the piece itself just simply pops right back on. So that's something to note, but ultimately it's not really an issue, to be fair. So with that being said, it goes up that far, fully rotates 360, the bicep swivels 360 as well. There's a double jointed elbow, goes that far, and the wrist joints, you got a full 360 range of motion up and down on that ball peg type joint. The torso here, we can crunch back. Let me just remove this little piece. Can crunch back forward and backwards, back this far, forward sort of that far. The little sword piece is also movable at the front, so you can adjust it as needs. These pieces are actually also on fabric, so they're sort of free floating, so as you move the legs, as you can see, they sort of just move out of the way. As you can see in there's a couple sort of screws. You can see where the piece is sort of like screwed in slightly, but that's for the legs, and then they go forward that far and sort of back that far. Got another double jointed knee, and then the foot again is on a sort of similar system to the wrists. We've got rocker and a toe pivot as well. And for the head articulation, the head and neck can go back this far and forward this far. As you can see, the faceplate fell off there. It's a really simple thing to just go pop, and then it's back on. As you can see, this is the other faceplate. And this figure's really sort of quite sturdy, quite kind of stiff. Definitely holds the position that you put it in. And it's quite sort of quick and easy to sort of just put him in a bit of a sort of stance, as you can see there. Also, as you can see here, holding the sword, yes, this variant of Guts has absolutely no issue whatsoever holding the sword. You can waggle him around, you know, it barely, you know, really moves. Way more quality control on this one compared to the first release, as he cannot hold the sword one-handed, and he's a bit of a sort of fiddly mess, the first release Guts, but this one is solid. So we also have a few size comparisons with other figures. So firstly, we'll just look at Guts next to Griffith and the other new release, Zod. As you can see, they all scale quite well with each other. We see Griffith is from way later down the line in that armour. But Zod, sorry, yeah, he definitely fits the scaling. Just having a look at some other ones. So here's him next to the original release Guts, as you can see. I kind of wanted to see if I could get him to hold the Dragon Slayer, but I noticed that the hand is quite a lot different, and I doubt his hand would fit into it at the end. But yeah, and here's another S.H.Figuarts Elden Ring Vike. Just another guy in armour, so you can sort of see the differences there. And lastly, for a bit of a stranger comparison, here's the movie Sonic 3 Shadow figure and a Reveltech Fist of the North Star Kenshiro, which I have sort of kit bashed together using a different version of Kenshiro. So in conclusion, this Guts figure from S.H.Figuarts, based on this Band of the Hawk attire, I highly recommend for anybody who's into action figures and Berserk. This one is definitely the highlight of the line so far, and I hope they keep this going forward with the next few releases. That being said, Casca does release in January, I believe, so quite a bit of time from her being announced to being released. But that also does look like another quality release, especially going off how good this one is. My sort of hopes for the line is that the next sort of lot of figures they announce, I kind of hope they announce. So how we had the Berserker Armor Guts, Griffith Reborn, and then we had the Berserker Armor of Heat of Passion, which was like an improvement on that original Berserker Armor. It didn't fully fix issues with the sword holding, but it's still a great figure, all in all. And then we got a re-release of the Berserker Armor Guts with then Shirky and Isidro released, and then after that we got Zod, which released earlier this year, and then we've just had Guts release, and then we're having Casca. Now, personally, I would really prefer for them to do, basically using the technology of this Guts, make a either Conviction attire Guts or a Black Swordsman attire Guts. If they did a Black Swordsman one, I would like them very much to use the same head sculpt, just give him one eye, and yeah, and the other two figures I would like them to do, just to finish off the sort of roster, is I would like them to do Farnese and Serpico, but based on what they wear after the Conviction arc. Now, I understand that their armour during the Conviction would probably make for more interesting figures. However, in terms of like the team that we've got, I would kind of prefer for them to be based off that attire. But anyway, all in all, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I look forward to making more content like this, and look forward to seeing this version of Guts in an upcoming stop motion at some point.